this little thin line of surviving, which Sasuke copied to make sure that everyone was saved. That's why he didn't give a fuck about getting the hand. Um, because he had the barriers in his eyes, and Harurama killed Hagoromo and knew that the frogs gave taught the hands. If y'all know Legend Leaf and how the Yakuzas go, um, a way to bring himself back if he dies, and he used it on someone that wasn't dead. Hamura. Hamura just made it look like the electricity went through his body. When he knows how to move fast, sweet shit. You feel me? Uchiha's was the cosmic records of what everything Hamura could do and Kagura could do. You know, just as a little the basics, and made it look like he killed him, but he really killed any chance that Hagoromo could live in Hamura's body. And Web pulled it so Kagura can know they can have kids without worrying about having a spiritual being copy. And well, you know, if not, you know, passive. And so, you know, that's when he got the bootleg ass Ronningan in his face, which means the Ronningan is a wound. You feel me? And it was on the spot to make sure that he can't do anything but kill and be the turmoil of anybody that thinks like him. And Hamura showed the Bakugan is the Ronnigan. You feel me? Those are two wombs, and they don't use their wombs. So that's what make the descendants, the Hyuga clan, really powerful. Because that's like their society. There's modern, like they move. You know how people move like in a city way. That's the Hyuga clan was moving like the Suki's city way. You feel me? So Hamura coming down Toneri coming down with Hamura, and it's like, I'm the heir to Hamura. I want to be a virgin. You feel me? He said Hamura still with mama. So y'all failed. Go be with mama if mama wants y'all. And Naruto is the cell phone for every other being that is related, because Naruto is the last child that wasn't supposed to be saved, and Sasuke made sure of it. But Hamura made sure of it, but you know. And then, damn, what the fuck was I talking about? I was getting somewhere with what I was saying. But, yeah. So, this is all said and done, and it's still not done, but it's said. So, you know, I don't want to have to go to a higher realm and know there's rats beneath me. So I'm steering the lower realms to peace and happiness. You feel me? If y'all wondering why am I not just going to higher realms and making these bootleg things still be alive, I'm like, no. I'm steering them to happiness. I'm steering this experience and retiring the realms and experience. So that's how you know you can't really call me sleep. My spiritual calling, which is missions of mine, is not the body is a spiritual calling, and nothing's wrong with that. Be a child, you feel me? Be who you are. Like, be grateful that you have someone that takes on this much responsibility. I know I'm that cool that y'all want to do it too. I appreciate that, but I'd rather not have to. You feel me? So y'all better take that gift and run with it. You feel me? Because, like I said, I had to make sure they didn't take soccer, and the only thing that they could have done, and the last check into making sure they didn't have soccer, was making sure they didn't have the manifestation of inverted soccer, which would have been a trap on my mind, because they would have came with the purity to not take advantage of me. They would have had that go inside his inner and do whatever the fuck you want basketball. And then all the fighting I was doing showed the circle and the barriers, and show how I kept everything to a pedigree and was really peculiar. The domes that everybody plays in. And 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 y'all couldn't do that shit with that, because I already checked with those two, with football and them, because football, I'ma call them out, like. So every time, every new abomination that a child want to show, because I guess that's how big my world is. People think mother and they be like, child going through school. You feel me? Now that I'm speaking, y'all looking at the microism of it, and that's what it really is. When I call myself the mother, is everything. When I say child, it's your whole spiritual being. So if you as a body don't know, your higher self is like, that's mama. And since I taught y'all, like I said, y'all drop these abominations off for soccer, I used the dome before I planted my last manifestation of football and the other sports that branched off from the abominations. Show you there's many sports, cricket and etc. Every time y'all about to drop something off, I fought it in a realm that y'all couldn't reach me at. Hey, Michael Vick know what I'm talking about. Tony Brown know what I'm talking about. Then I went through the last nightmare of, if I, which this is really what had me flying with colors, because I didn't think it, I just did it, so I can be better than my own existence of not existing and anything else. Okay. 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 And how much time I got? Well, this one's went over, so it's gonna be 2. But yeah, and I then I came down and still have to deal with this shit after I didn't even went through shit that y'all can't fathom. And I guess once again, I'm too good to be true. I'm too big to throw me in a dimension and think you gonna get me. Deja vu. And it's it's the whole thing. It's the whole thing of, you got a really patient mother, and you're welcome. So it's just about time that I enjoy my life. You feel me? And that's really all. I appreciate all y'all for wanting to be alive and do better. So, nothing else I can ask, really. Mother Nature was supposed to be taken advantage of, and that's like the scarecrow of the story, and it's nothing like that at all. You feel me? Wendy wasn't supposed to be in Neverland. That's the scarecrow of the story, and it's nothing like that. Link had to go against his own tribe of the Gerudo Valley when he manifested, saturated as a spirit, from all the swordsman fights he did. And that's Scarecrow story, and it's nothing like that. Um, uh, Babylon Tower. Babylon is the rat thinking it can manifest in the world from a drip, because it's going to not give a fuck about nobody. It's just going to make a matrix, and that's the Scarecrow of the story, and it's nothing like that. And pain, Stu, is pain, and pleasure is smoothed out pain. And I can take pain, but it's nothing like that. I still have my core being of what hurts. You feel me? So, what's another deep story that y'all need? Vanitas was me over Vince Carter. So Vanitas looking like he was going against Vince. It's nothing like that. T-Mac is Vince Carter, so that's Fetty Wap, Ballin, and Kevin Gates, and getting locked up is supposed to be people, criminals, and it's nothing like that. And language is supposed to be a direct contact with people, and slang is not supposed to go into different worlds, but it's nothing like that. And I'm trying to think of a deep one. Every stereotype you can think, it's nothing like that. You feel me? Although everything that tells people how life is supposed to go, and there's mysteries, it's nothing like that. You feel me? I done unlocked all of it for y'all. I hope you live a great life. This is for the real trappers. I hope you're living a good life. A good life. All the stress, made you use can tell when I was running so I told you you were beautiful. Fuck your ex, fuck the rest, and fuck your next. If it ain't me, and if it is, you know what I like. That's the ex, having so much sex, we got to take a deep breath, close right here. More careers, she don't wanna know less. Spice in the dress, I mean the best fool. She did me think she'd be mean, but really she say such a G. Yeah, she's man, she like you know what I mean. Like why you snitching on me? She knows I'm not in the head, cause they not too sweet. You should love and do right. I was a like oh, I be robbing from your wisdom jeans. Church with the play with my innocence. Now no love to me. Now that we established that we both some things. Kissing on the scene at the let's I reminds me of really sexy. Can be tight with this oh baby. Your actions say in the bed. But you listen to me, oh yeah, you listen to me, and that's just fine with me. We both love to compete, my competitive way, show the difference between me and cocky. That's the beauty. I wanna get you better forever. You wanna get me better forever. Whatever it is, just sounds right to me. In your crown of the king, this is clean. Oh boy,
loyalty. Now try to tell me who's more loyal than me. She can't say no more. He ain't gotta speak. You everything. I F you, they ask what what's the tell. And do it beautifully. I swear me, keep it what I keep. The final treasure, I still lose to me. I must say I love mine when they get ugly. And they go and creepy, cause of greed. I tell you, shawty. Oh, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, so, it's all, but does you know, case closed, you gotta stay tuned, just to reach your frequency, be who you be, I'm feeling, you know how much you need me, cause girl you tense, all the stress, made you please, can tell that it's fast, so if I told you you were beautiful. Fuck the ex, fuck the rest, fuck your next, but I need it is you know it's the excellence of my sex together, take a deep breath, cause like that, walk away, she one less, Bobby banging that dress and she didn't think, she meet the realest, she said, you such a G. Yeah, trying to know, you know what I mean, like you such a G. It's really not too sweet.
TheFollowingizRatedZ, y'all have a good one.